Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter back at you. Now's the time, if you're not safe, to be safe. It's getting really bad out there, and we're not sure what it is. So, show you what I got here. I got peroxide. Peroxide is a good germ bacteria killer. It's good to have. This is good to clean your fruits and vegetables, and it's also good for wounds and stuff like that. This is good for just cleaning germs in general. That's pretty good. Well, this is only 50%, but 50% is better than no percent. I have, what's this? This is 70%. So 70% is a little bit better. 70% is always better. I think I got some 91% or 95%, wherever it is. This right here is pretty much, this is pretty much alcohol and water. So it's almost similar to that. They don't show what's the percentage, but they say it works. They say it works. Yeah, maybe it does work. Kills 99.9% of bacteria, viruses, and germs. Must work. Well, it's the alcohol base, so ingredients. Yeah, alcohol and water. Interesting. But if you're washing your hands, I found one of the best things to wash. Well, I can't say the best because there's always something bad. It's all a matter of opinion. But this right here, this Dr. Bronner, this stuff, this peppermint one, I don't know what's in it, but it cleans your hands. Definitely cleans your hands. This other stuff they say you can use this for too, shampoo. I don't know about toothpaste. But there's a few things they have on that clean your pet, all that good stuff. But this here could be a body wash, hands. I don't know if you want to call it a hand sanitizer, but it cleans your hands. The other thing I find that people should have in their house is some iodine. It can be useful. Iodine has a lot of use for it. But the main thing is we got to protect ourselves with mask, gloves. Get an N95 mask. If you don't have an N95 mask, get what they call a surgical mask. Now they got these with mask on. They got them with just a face shield. I recommend one with a face shield if you're out in public, because keep in mind the viruses get in your system through your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And this mask here is better than no mask, but I prefer the N95 mask. That's a better mask, if you ask me. I use these all the time. This is a pretty good mask. This 3M mask, which is still an N95 mask, is an 8210 mask, which is just the model number of this particular mask. Get a mask. Anything's going to work, but a mask this is going to get out a pretty good amount of, it's going to keep out a pretty good amount of particles and stuff like that. The other thing you should have is gloves. If you don't have gloves, wash your hands frequently and often with soap. Doesn't have to be any particular soap. It just has to be soap. At least 30 seconds of lathering. I like this Dowd soap here. This is not a bad soap. This is pretty good. They come in different scents, but Dowd's pretty good. Any soap's gonna work, but you want something that's just gonna kill the germs, bacteria. Mask we covered washing the hands. The next thing is eye protection. A regular pair of safety goggles would work fine if you're just out and about. If you're just out and about, these perfectly fine. Protect yourself at all times, because remember, the virus will come through your eyes, nose, or mouth. If you're going to be in close contact with a lot of people, frequently around a lot of people, you're working law enforcement or you're working EMS or something like that, get a pair of goggles, which are pretty good. These goggles are splash resistant, oil resistant, all that good stuff. Buy these at Home Depot or any major hardware store should have them. If you're, like I said, if you're around a lot of people and you come in contact with a lot of people, and sometimes goggles could be complicated, could be uncomfortable, you can get yourself a face shield, one of these bad boys here. Face shield does the same thing. It just protects your face a little more, just more aggressively. And it can't hurt to put both on. You could put the safety goggles as well as the face shield on too. Like if somebody wears glasses or something like that, they still need the glasses to see, but they want the eye protection as well. You can do this. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, you can put your mask on like this. Now, none of this restricts you from talking, because you can talk fine. Just to make sure there's no air coming through the sides. And these masks usually fit pretty good, because the way they snug around your face, these masks work the best. I use an N95 mask, but the way I do it, it's a little bit less particles passing through, because I'm putting another paper towel around this mask. Now you can put this face shield on, and you kind of look like a riot, almost like a, kind of like that. This thing kind of adjusts the way you want it. So if you're going to be in a lot of areas and you're afraid to splash, you can put one of these on. This is only for severe cases. You don't really need this. But I'll give you guys some options here. You get options, but you want to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. Let's see what else we got here. I think that's it. I don't want to show too much stuff, but this soap, you can get a hold of some of this Dr. Bronner's soap. This stuff, you can take a shower with this stuff. This stuff is good. Try it out. Like, I'm not trying to endorse any product, but try this Dr. Bronner out. That's some good stuff. The other thing I want to mention, Listerine is pretty good too. Now, get yourself a hold of some Listerine, or the old-fashioned Listerine, or I don't call it old-fashioned, the original Listerine. I have some in the other room. It's not this blue color. It's the brown color. Matter of fact, let me see if I can grab some of that and show it to you. Now, when we were growing up, Um, it came in a round glass bottle. It came in a green packaging in a round glass bottle, but it's the same ingredients inside. We should use this on cuts, burns, scratches, scrapes, all that good stuff. And this was still the mouthwash of the day. So this was like your iodine, your alcohol, your mouthwash all in one right here. Bam. But this stuff is still good. And most stores still have these around. You can look for it. But this is the original. So if you don't have that, just use the flavored one. But I don't know if this is recommended for cuts and burns. I guess it wouldn't hurt, but I would double check to make sure you can put on cuts and burns. But the most important thing is be safe. But now that we protect the outside, how about we protect the inside? How about we eat plenty of fruits, plenty of vegetables, drink water. From what I'm understanding, if you're going to drink water now, you want it to be at least warm or hot. Not hot, but I guess the warmer it is, the better it will kill the so-called coronavirus. We're not sure what causes this coronavirus and where it came from and how it got there. A lot of speculations out there. A lot of speculations. I haven't gotten to the depth of it yet, but it's somewhere connected. I'm not sure, but 5G technology, nanotechnology, and it's a few other microbiotics and that kind of stuff. But I'm not quite sure, but that 5G technology is serious because that's the frequency of, that's a weaponized frequency if the wattage is higher enough. And 5G is serious because just a regular cell phone signal is dangerous enough. And I work around a lot of cell towers, and you're not supposed to be exposed to those frequencies for long periods of time. Matter of fact, they say no more than 15 minutes, and that's like max. So if you're around 5G, which is the millimeter wave, which is on the gigahertz spectrum, and as you know, the higher the frequency, the more dangerous it can become. And people say radio waves don't kill you. All radio waves have some effect, but like the human body doesn't get too affected by regular radio waves. The microwaves is which makes it more dangerous. Now, for what I understand, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty close on this one. The microwaves and the gigahertz are all on that same frequency bandwidth. Microwaves are just a higher wattage of the regular gigahertz. I'm not sure exactly what spectrum it's on. I know gigahertz start from 30 gigs up to 300 gigahertz, I believe it is. But it's a good wide spectrum. Now, on this 5G, is some stuff here because I'm hearing that it's close to the frequency of weaponized frequencies. And a weaponized frequency is just a frequency that does damage to something. It could hurt something, penetrate something, heat something up. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but radar is up there on the weaponized frequency as well. Radar has a high frequency, and it has to be high enough to send the signal out and back again, so it's pretty high. I gotta do some more checking on this thing. But I think if you took the 5G frequency and you add more wattage to it, and I'm talking about, let's say 100 watts. If it's a watt per mile, you get 100 watts. That's a lot of wattage. Even if you have 50 watts, 50 watts of megahertz going through a body at a concentrated area could mess with your respiratory system. It definitely can cause you to have shortness of breath. It does something to the inside of the body. And I'm not no scientist or nothing, but it changes the body. Same if you go in front of a radio antenna tower and you stay there too long, when you come down, I know this for a fact, you will feel dizzy. You definitely will feel dizzy, and you will feel a little bit short inside of breath. You feel like you're tired, basically. So if you're in front of a lot of radio waves for a period of time, you will come down and you will feel dizzy, you will feel nausea. That's no question about it. And that's just a regular cell phone band. So with these new 5G, they say it's non-iodizing radiation. That's not the thing. Like, we understand the difference between radiation and non-iodized radiation, but we're talking about the wattage part of it. If the wattage was increased, that's the problem. So with this 5G, and a lot of you guys don't notice with the 5G, 5G is it's meant to be operate on a low wattage because they're gonna put these things every I would say 300 feet apart. So all throughout your cities are going to be these 5G antennas that's going to be about 300 feet apart because they can't really travel that far if it's going to be on a low frequency that they're talking about, the low wattage part of it, we should say. So it's going to be tough because when 5G doesn't work the right way, what are they going to do? Boost up the signal a little bit and give it more wattage? You know, that's what they're doing. They're testing out how much wattage can they safely use in the city without affecting people. And people say, well, 5G is not going to hurt nobody. Well, regular cell phone signals hurt people. So if you got 5G, you're going to have more people getting hurt. What they're trying to do is see if your bodies can adjust to it. Some people's body will adjust. Some people's body won't adjust. But cell phones, and depending the person now, because not everybody is affected the same way. Some people will be affected more than others. Just like this coronavirus, some people will be affected more than others. So, the next time I get a wattage meter or radio frequency wave meter, I got one around somewhere. I want to see if I can measure how much radio waves are coming from the tower. Well, RF. We call it RF. In the radio world, we call it RF. So how much RF is coming from a cell phone tower per feet away? I know the closer you get more RF. The further you get away, you should get less RF. If you're 50 feet away, you should not have much RF. Well, I shouldn't say much. You shouldn't have a lot of RF. Well, you will have RF, but not a lot. I don't know if you notice or not, when guys work on those towers, sometimes they're protected in these kind of like metal shielded type suits from the RF because too much of that radio frequency it sounds like almost cooking your insides real slow. That's what it does to you, pretty much. Radio frequency, pretty much, it's like putting your body on a slow simmer for a long period of time until your organs eventually are no good. But I don't want to make this video too long. Just look up, and I know there's some college kids out there, look up the connection between 5G technology and the coronavirus. I don't want to say a lot because I don't want to say the wrong information, but I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure, I'm thinking this coronavirus is not spread the way we think it's spread. It is in one way, but not in the other. So that's the other thing. Like, somebody will have to take the coronavirus and put it under a microscope and compare it with the other coronavirus and see what's the difference of it. I'm hearing, I'm not sure now, I'm hearing that this thing is laced with some kind of metal. If that's the case, that could be the connection with the 5G. So if this so-called coronavirus is laced with some kind of metal that attracts this millimeter wave, once it's in your system, it will have an effect on it. That will be the trigger point that activates this virus more than others. But like I said, I don't have no facts on that, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. But if that's the case, that would be the trigger that connects the two. But until next time, guys, I'm Neza Porter, and I'm signing out.